let's jump to the clock, and for today's tasks, we will select lab work number 2, and let's start recording our time. Next part. Let's refresh the pages. And also I need to update my default tabs because somebody changed. So I write default programs, and in default programs I set the browser, Edge, and yeah, and I close and choose default type by file type. So I need to wait a little bit. And for PDF files, I also at the moment like to use Edge browser. It's fast, easy to open PDF. Okay. So now regarding our things, what we should do. So let's jump to task section, and in the task section, let's check out what tasks should be done today or this week. So I will select milestone, filter milestone. So today we have week number 8, and this week we should finalize our lab work number 1 and submit it for grading, and additional things regarding foundations and excavations and zoning in our building. So let's go and jump inside our task section, and in here I use filter tool, and I select week number 8 to filter out all the information. And this week's submission part, we need to submit all these files which we discussed last time, and later I will provide you feedback on your drawings, and of course you can fix mistakes if the grade will not be acceptable for you. So don't worry, all the grades can be changed, and you have possibility to update the project information. And of course, the most important part is to submit the files and information on time. So practically all the parts we discussed last time. So today I will try to conclude a little bit or remind which parts on the site plan is most important. And next chapter of today's class, I will spend more on foundation plans, wall plans, and doors, walls, and other components of the building, and how to create plan drawings of our project. So to continue, also I updated the assignment list in our assignments. So now I finally created all the tasks which we need to finish this semester. So 6 lab works and 2 homeworks. So lab works are related to your project, course project, or projects, and homeworks are additional tasks specific for reinforcement concrete and steel structures. And on each lab work, you can see the list of things. So here we have a list of points what we need to do in level of information need 100, 200, 300, and all these are linked to the plenary. So in plenary we have all these images or the cards which relates to level of information need. So 100, 200, and 300, depending on level of detail. Additional works like homework and homework number 2, homework number 1. So you can check information on YouTube channel. It's best, I think, to click the link on the project links. So you just click the link of YouTube link, and in here you go to videos and type framing. Yeah, so I think we've great hollow core slabs, great roof structural elements. So let's jump. And before I start continuing on our project, so I will make pause on my cloud platform. And I will jump to the work in progress folder. Select folder from last week, open. And sometimes, time to time, I recommend to use Audit function in your projects. It checks out if all the things are correct in your models, because sometimes models can be corrupted or damaged. So Audit checks out the health of your models. So I recommend to check this part out. Now, because we are jumping on lab work number 2, I will create a new project or save my project as a new file with updated name, lab work number 2, and I will continue on my project. So if you will do the same function future, so if you will need to fix mistakes or errors, you should always work on the latest model. Don't use old models to fix mistakes or correct errors. So now I go to Files, Save As, Project, and select here and put 2 and save the project. Also, I updated the template file in Trimble Connect. So in Trimble Connect, if we go to the Explorer, Documentation, Templates, and if you filter it by modified on, so you will see updated version of template file. What changes I made, so I will try to open and show, and you can copy paste this part to your project. So let's open. So practically I updated the project explanation notes. So in here you can see now we have text in English. So explanatory statement, general part, site plan solutions, architecture planning, and foundations, walls, partitions, slabs, lintels, and so on. So how to upload this information inside my project. So first of all, I will collapse all views. So I have compact representation of this part. And now if I check my explanatory notes, I see all these notes are empty. So how to integrate all these nodes inside my project. So the workflow will be like that. I go to Insert, I open Insert from File, I select Insert Views from File, I go to Downloads, in which I downloaded my file, downloads here, and I should select Revit file. So if I open template file, I will not get this information, so I should close template file, create new project, file, new, and browse for this file which I downloaded. Downloads, new template file, click OK. So I save this file just in downloads like project 1, and I can close this. Now I go back to Insert from File, Insert Views from File. I go to the same folder in which I saved my new project, project 1. I click Open. Now the program reads the file and provides all the sheets, all the data, what is available on this file. So in this case, I need sheets with project explanation notes. So it means sheet number 1030, project explanations, 32 and 33. So these 3 files I need. I click OK. And program automatically inserts these files inside my project, puts the new name on these files. So I need to change the names. So in this case, I will copy paste the naming from, okay, the naming is okay, but I need to change the project number. So project number will be 1031 English. Number should be always unique. So if I will use the same number which exists, program will not allow me to create this number. So I put a temporary dash here, and I go to 10. Okay. 0, no. 1031. Okay, so I see my views are side by side, and I can check and delete the one which is not needed anymore. So if Revit crashes, always check out if your updates are up to date. So go to the start and check out Autodesk Desktop apps and check if all updates are up on your computer updated, because now I lost all my progress and I need to repeat all the things again. So regular saving is key on things if you don't want to lose information. Okay. Okay, I click open, go to my projects, work in progress, and select my project file, click open. And I close and choose default type by file type. So we need to wait a little bit. And for PDF files, I also at the moment like to use Edge browser. It's fast, easy to open. PDF. Okay. So now regarding our things, what we should do. So let's jump to task section. And in the task section, let's check out what tasks should be done today or this week. So I will select milestone, filter milestone. So today we have week number 8, and this week we should finalize our lab work number 1 and submit it for grading, and additional things regarding foundations and excavations and zoning in our building. So let's go and jump inside our task section. And in here I use filter tool, and I select week number 8 to filter out all the information. And this week's submission part, we need to submit all these files, which we discussed last time. And later I will provide you feedback on your drawings. And of course, you can fix mistakes if the grade will not be acceptable for you. So don't worry, all the grades can be changed, and you have possibility to update the project information. And of course, the most important part is to submit the files and information on time. So practically all the parts we discussed last time. So today I will try to conclude a little bit or remind which parts on the site plan is most important. And next chapter of today's class, I will spend more on foundation plans, wall plans, and doors, walls, and other components of the building, and how to create plan drawings of our project. So to continue, also I updated the assignment list in our assignments. So now I finally created all the tasks which we need to finish this semester. So 6 lab works and 2 homeworks. So lab works are related to your project, course project, or projects, and homeworks are additional tasks specific for reinforcement concrete and steel structures. And on each lab work, you can see the list of things. So here we have a list of points what we need to do in level of information need 100, 200, 300, and all these are linked to the plenary. So in plenary we have all these images or the cards which relates to level of information need. So 100, 200, and 300, depending on level of detail. Additional works like homework and homework number 2, homework number 1. So you can check information on YouTube channel. So you just click the link of YouTube link, and In here, you go to videos and type framing. Yeah, so I think we've created hollow core slabs, create roof structural elements. So let's jump. And before I start continuing on our project, so I will make pause on my cloud platform. And I will jump to the work in progress folder. Select folder from last week, open. And sometimes, time to time, I recommend to use Audit function in your projects. It checks out if all the things are correct in your models, because sometimes models can be corrupted or damaged. So Audit checks out the health of your models. So I recommend to check this part out. Now, because we are jumping on lab work number 2, I will create a new project or save my project as a new file with updated name, lab work number 2, and I will continue on my project. So if you will do the same function future, so if you will need to fix mistakes or errors, you should always work on the latest model. Don't use old models to fix mistakes or correct errors. So now I go to Files, Save As, Project, and select here and put Bill and save the project. Also, I updated the template file in Trimble Connect. So in Trimble Connect, if we go to the Explorer, Documentation, Templates, and if you filter it by modified on, so you will see updated version of template file. What changes I made, so I will try to open and show, and you can copy paste this part to your project. So let's open. So practically, I updated the project explanation notes. So in here, you can see now we have text in English. So explanatory statement, general part, site plan solutions, architecture planning, and foundations, walls, partitions, slabs, lintels, and so on. So how to upload this information inside my project. So first of all, I will collapse all views. So I have compact representation of this part. And now if I check my explanatory notes, I see all these notes are empty. So how to integrate all these notes inside my project? So the workflow will be like that. I go to Insert, I open Insert from File, I select Insert Views from File, I go to Downloads, in which I downloaded my file, Downloads here, and I should select Revit file. So if I open template file, I will not get this information, so I should close template file, create new project, file, new, and browse for this file which I downloaded. Downloads, new template file, click OK. So I save this file just in downloads like project one, and I can close this. Now I go back to insert from file, insert views from file. I go to the same folder in which I saved my new project, project one. I click open. Now the program reads the file and provides all the sheets, all the data, what is available on this file. So in this case, I need sheets with project explanation notes. So it means sheet number 1030, project explanations, 32 and 33. So these three files I need. I click OK. And program automatically inserts these files inside my project, puts the new name on these files. So I need to change the names. So in this case, I will copy paste the naming from, okay, the naming is okay, but I need to change the project number. So project number will be 1031 English. Number should be always unique. So if I will use the same number which exists, program will not allow me to create this number. So I put a temporary dash here, and I go to 10. Okay. 0, no, 1031. Okay, so I see my views are side by side, and I can check and delete the one which is not needed anymore. And of course, Revit crashed. So if Revit crashes, always check out if your updates are up to date. So go to the start and check out Autodesk desktop apps and check if all updates are up on your computer updated, because now I lost all my progress and I need to repeat all the things again. So regular saving is key on things if you don't want to lose information. Okay. I click open, go to my projects, work in progress, and select my project file, click open. Okay, go back to insert, insert from file, insert views from file, go to downloads folder, downloads, select project one, click open. Also, you can share the information between your projects. If somebody of you did one part of the project, you can share it by using this tool. This tool works only with 2D components. It will not bring, I think, 3D objects, but the shadows, 2D drawings, and some sheets can be transferred from one project to another. Okay, I click open. I collapse all the files here, and in here I can select and delete all the views and just change the name of the new one. So 1031 English version. Click OK. then 32 English version, okay, and then 33 English version, okay. Now on this project, I can delete all the views which is not English version, but some of them is maybe needed, so I can check if I have the same view with the same number Lithuanian version, so I can just select and delete all these views, and my project will be much cleaner, and I will have a nice presentation of my project. So I deleted title block, the Lithuanian title block, and I left only English version of this one. Also, I sheet schedule, deleted sheet schedule, so I left the main one, and here I have explanation of the project. Now in here I see some data from my project is in large numbers, so it means the text size is not correct. So I should double tap on the project, and schedule opens of the area, gross building area, and in here I should go to appearance, click appearance, and header text and body text should be selected 2.5. On the title, text size should be 3.5, and I click OK and click close. Now my size of the text is much smaller. I extend the size of the cell, and now I have the information directly from my project, and I don't need to type it by my hand, and because all the data is linked. So here the same. So it means on the second floor, there is one bedroom, stairs to the first floor of the second floor. So let's say this is my square meters of my project. And the same fix should be done here. Of course, you can delete these numbers and just type the site area by hand. Let's say, if you know, let's say 900 meters, square meters. So you just click up and you can type this number like that. So both techniques is correct. I always invite to do some integration with existing data, so all the numbers comes from the project, not typed by hand, so it's your choice. And in this documents, you should explain what kind of walls you use in your project, foundations, and other information. Now let's go back to the site plan, and in the site plan, let's check if all the needed data is here. So, like I commented last time, I recommend to use consistent colors for projects, and or you can use hidden line option. I personally more like color mode, so I invite to use colors, or you can use other option. So now regarding the legends. So legends are located in the legends section, and here we have legends grouped by the number. So the group of legends are presented here, and I see English version of legends. So all the Lithuanian legends which has the same representation, you can delete and leave only the English version. So in this case, you can clean nicely your project and delete parts which is not needed. So now I have 3 legends. So one legend is called notes. So this one should be used to put some notes inside the project. So I should rename title on sheet also notes, and you can see here the legend information changed. Next part is building building list. So in this case, I can use translator. I recommend to use DeepL translator. It's sometimes better translation comparing to Google Translate or other translating tools. Okay, so expansion of the buildings, explication of buildings. So I think explication of buildings is more logical term for this part, or I can choose from the list expense, explaining, expanding, exposure, construction, building of the buildings. Okay, so I have a nice list of suggestions here. So I just click copy, go back to my program and change the name here and change here. And now I have explication of buildings. And the last part, which I should fix. So this one, so these are contractual destination, contract markings, agreed markings. So which one to choose? Contract markings, agreed, negotiated contractual. Maybe this name is okay. In any case, if I am a little bit confused, I always can go to the examples in the project and I go to project examples. And then here I can open English version of a real project. Let's say this one and check some English terms from here. I prefer to use maybe legends. So here we can see abbreviations, symbols, general notes, drawing index, location map, and on the drawing, if we have some building code summary, this one. Okay, so I have site plan and benchmarks, dumps, boundary and rights. Okay, these are notes. Yeah, it's called legend, just legend. Yeah, so in my case, I will use it also. I will rename it to the legend. So this one should be legend and also title on sheet, legend. So the name should go to the side. And normally the notes go on the top of title block, and all explanation of the buildings and legend can be on the side or in the space in which you have some space. Now regarding notes, so regarding notes, I can also check examples here. And in here we can see how much information it's provided in the notes. Existing storm sewers may be removed as necessary for the installation of utilities and blah, 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 a lot of information here. So my recommendation, try to use the notes and just put basic information which is not inside your drawing. or is not with dimensions. So you can open maybe example of student work. So I think this one is one of the examples. And if I go here, down, 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 down. Okay, so no notes here. So I will take a Lithuanian example. And then here we can see more information is provided here. So I will copy this part of the text inside my project. Before copying, I will go to translator and just translate it. Of course, I need to maybe update this part text. So we have nice 4 rows and delete some mistakes. And here I have nice English text. I just copy it and I go to the notes. And then here I have just letters AAA. So I can delete, so it's empty notes. I need to go to annotations, and here I can use 2D objects to create notes. So in this case, I will select text. From the text, I will select ISO CP or transparent 2.5. So for simple text on the drawing, you should use 2.5 text size. Now, the scale of my view is 1:1, so I can type it here. And also, I should select all this one and use list numbers and delete the numbers which is not the list. So it means if it's written by hand, so I delete this part. Now let's check what is written in the notes. The coordinates of the corners of the plot and the corners of the building are given in the drawing. Okay, nice note. The position of the building and the site on the map is shown in diagram number 1. So this extra diagram is not needed for, let's say, your projects. So if you want, you can put this diagram, which shown here, or you can just pay attention to main views, the main site plan and the 3D representation. So I can delete this part. The width of the existing roads is 7 meters. The weight of the existing pavement is 1.5 meters. So I should double check if it's true. So I should go to my project. So I go to the site plan. And in the site plan, I should measure the thickness of my pavement. So I go to modify tools, select measure tool, and click approximately on the sides of my pavement. I see about 2 meters. If you use massing and site split or subregion elements, it cannot snap if you want to put dimensions. So it's not very good option. So you just can select and try to measure approximately the distance here. So I see it's 7 meters. Okay, so in my notes, I need to fix this number. So it's 2 meters in my project. I put 1 here and 7 meters for the road. The height of the corners of the plot are given from the reference point. So in this case, I don't have any elevations in my site plan, so I have 2 nodes. And I go back to the site plan and my notes, okay. So I think I need to reinsert the notes because my text was flying around the page. So I just dragged the notes back from the list of my views, which is presented in my site plan. And here I have the notes. And for the notes, I will use simple name. So we have two options of the name, simple name and the name with the scale and the bubble. So I don't need bubble, I just use the notes like this one. And the notes length should be the same length like my title block table. So how to organize so I don't extend my text outside this part. So I go back to the notes and I will create temporary reference planes. So I click here. And of course, I should save the project. So it's lab work number 2. And I just create one reference line for the left side. I create additional reference line for the bottom part. And I will select side reference line and I will use copy tool and copy this part 180 millimeters. So it means the size of my title block is 180 millimeters. The sides of right side of the page is 10 millimeters. On the left side, I have 20 millimeters. So combining all these parts, 180 plus 10 plus 20, I have 210 millimeters. And this represents A4 format page size. So now I see my green line is outside my page. So I just use move tool. I unselect constraint and disjoin. Move my mouse to the corner of two reference lines. And if it doesn't snap, so I click tab, so it snaps to the endpoint. I select it and move it to the endpoint of my title block and click here. And I just note the name of the notes. And now my notes are nicely represented here. So look what will happen if I will update my notes and put additional note information. So I put additional notes and now my notes go inside my table. So this is not good because if I put additional notes and I don't check my drawing, it can damage my drawing. So how to fix it? One of options is to change the direction of the text here. So I choose bottom alignment. So it means if I put text in my notes, it goes up. So if I put the text here, what will happen? The notes go up and I just need to adjust my name and my notes goes nicely up in the empty space. And if I go back to the notes and I change the notes here, delete, click on empty space, my notes go back to original position. So I move the name of the notes down and now I have nice notes in my project. Now regarding explication of the buildings, so I close the notes window, I activate legend of this explication part, and do the same steps. Go to annotate, select text, so go down, A1, main building. If you have additional buildings like building 2, building 3, so you just create additional lines for these buildings. And I click close. Now my note is flying in the area. So if I zoom out or try to find it, can be difficult. So solution for this problem, you just reinsert the legend and change the title. And now I have main building, A1. And of course, all the legend title names should align nicely on one line. So it is doing automatically. You see the blue dashed line shows when objects are aligned, and all objects should be nicely aligned. Now regarding main legend, so let's say I need to explain my grass part here. So I select object. So this one is grass, and I can change the name. And for the grass, I select symbols which represent grass. That should be this one, earth grass. So the line for the symbols should be black or gray, and the background color in my case should be solid fill, and I should use, I think, this one, green. So red 0, green 128, and blue is 0. I click OK. So now I have nice grass representation, and to put the explaining note for this fillet region, I just use tag by category, and I just change free end or remove the leader and just click on this one and move text to the side. And click escape, select object and select type name, and it's called the grass. So now I understand what the green color in my project is, grass, so I can easily read the drawing. Now inside my main view, I should tag all the missing tag objects. So I just go and click tag all. In tag all, I should select which objects I would like to tag. So in this case, I would like to tag my plants. So plants, planting tag. And for the planting tag, I will use boxed planting tag. Also, I can maybe tag some other objects, but in this case, I will just tag plants. If I want, I can put the leader, so it will create the line, or I can use without the leader. And I click apply, OK, and all my plants are nicely tagged. So I know each object on my project. Additional objects, site elements, OK, so I need to tag all. Site elements. Site. Steer, space, structure. I don't have any side objects. So can I tag these elements? There is no tag leader loaded for site. Do you want to load one? Yes. So in this case, I go to insert, select load Autodesk family, and select English, and in English version, select United Kingdom, and type site, and click enter. Now the program shows you all the site objects. So I need to look for the tag or for the site elements. So this one is site drainage. Okay. So from this list, I don't see any tags here. So maybe I need to change to United States metric. Right. And in here, also, I don't see any annotation tags, annotations, site. Okay, so I don't have such object in the library. Okay, so I think we can skip this part because we don't have objects. So let's just skip this one. Okay, if I want to tag other objects, okay, it's also site objects, site. Okay, so we don't have tag for this one. And by doing these modifications, you fix and update your drawing. Also, you should put the name of the main building here. So it means I click annotate and put the tag on the main building. And the tag should be like this one, ISO textile. And here I see Lithuanian representation, so I just click on the mass, edit type, and rename main building. And click OK, and main building A1. I have the name of the building, and also here A1 main building. So now my information elements are linked. And then here I have the square meters of my main building. And regarding dimensions, so on the site plan, we don't need dimensions. Sometimes you can see main dimensions representing the length of the site and so on, maybe some row dimensions. So it depends on the situation. In our project, so provide coordinates of the points, and regarding dimensions, it's not very needed here. And of course, all the grid lines which is inside the building should be hidden. And only outside grid lines should be represented. And also I need to put the coordinates of intersection of these two grid lines, and my drawing should be readable. So now I can see number 1 is behind the line of my pavement, so I need to move my bubble so I can nicely read the information. So the most important part in the drawings, all the information should be readable. And if you see the information is not readable, so you need to change it, update it. And I move the main dimension outside. So how to put the coordinates of the points? So I can go to annotate and select spot coordinates. Now when I select spot coordinates, I can only select the main line, the grid line, and put the spot coordinates of the line. And if I move along the line, I see my coordinates numbers change. I need to catch up this crossing of these two lines. So using default Revit tools, I cannot do that. So in this case, I need to put additional object. So I go to the components, and I should select object. I'm not sure if I have such object here. In practice, we put a small box which represents point. Now I don't see this element here. Searching doesn't help. So I can just draw reference plane, additional short line here. So it normally catches the point here. So I can see intersection snapping, and I can just draw a line up. Now the program explains what these reference planes is hidden using this template. So I just go to site plan and go to annotate, and in annotate click add letter and click reference planes so I can see them in my project. I click apply, OK, apply, OK. And now if I click tab, I can select reference line here. Now, if I go back to annotate, I click spot coordinates, saving, OK, always save project. And if I move my mouse now is catching the point, and nicely I can assign the coordinates of my intersection of grid lines. And using this technique, you should go around your building and provide the coordinates of all the corners of your building. Now the facade symbols. So facade symbols, if you click on triangle, you will see blue line. So this blue line represents your facade section location. So if you want to see grid lines or other elements inside the facade, you should move this grid line to this position in which grid lines has 3D representation. So my grid lines 3D object is represented here. So this hollow bubble, hollow point, this represents the location of 3D element. So it means I need to move my elevation line between this part and the other grid line. So I repeat, click on here and move my section line of elevation to this position. And I should do the same to all the parts. So now I just selected one elevation. Okay. And I check if my line is in correct position. Okay, this one, okay. And the same I do with this line. And the same I do with this line. And now if I click the right mouse and click go to the elevation, I should click on triangle, go to elevation. So in elevation view, I should see nicely my project with grid lines. So here you can see project grid lines, and I see all the situation of my project. And if elevation symbol is overlapping some objects, so you can just move the elevation symbol to the side so it shows on and is not overlapping on other objects. So readability of the main drawing is the most and the key thing in the drawings. So all the info should be readable and all the markings and other things should be understandable. And always when you create drawing, think about people who will use your drawing. So it means you need to prepare drawings not for yourself, but for people who will use the drawings. Okay, so the site plan question we can close. And let's jump to next part. So let's check out how to create foundation plan and first floor or parking plan. So for the foundation plan and parking plan, I will go to the 3D model and we'll check what are the levels here. So I can see my naming of my levels is not correct, so I need to update the names. So it will be minus, you'll need minus second floor, -6, okay. This one is architecture level. And this one is structure level. So for structure level, -6.020 and also -0.2 structure level. And for foundations, let's change this part. Structure -202 and -6 meters 500. Okay, so for foundation, I will use this level, and for car parking, I will use this level. So now I need to check if I have the drawing in my list for the car parking or the ground level. So I see ground floor walls and column plan. And so I have this plan. It's a little mess, so I will need to fix it. And also foundation plan is provided here. So I can rename it English foundation plan. So last time we did foundation plan, so just rename it. And also the schedules can be organized maybe also on this side. So if you want to have more space for main drawing, and for schedule, I recommend to extend the size of these cells so they can grab all the information inside the cell with all the units, and I can put nicely it here and do the same here. Change the size of cells. And the sizing of each column should be organized based on the sequence of 5 millimeters. So the size should be, this number is not good, so the size should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. So it means stepping by 5 millimeters. So in this case, I saw it's 28 millimeters, so I can try 25 millimeters. And all the columns which has numbers should be aligned to center. And here I have a lot of missing data, and some naming is not according to English. So I need to rename some parts. So maybe I can find nice schedule with English. Okay. So for schedules, I can check in the schedules area and check out if I have English representation. I can click search English. Okay, so area schedule plans. Search English. Next. Okay, next. Furniture schedule. Direct model schedule. Property schedule. So let's check it out. Property schedule. Okay, no. Furniture schedule. Okay, still with Lithuanian. So the correct naming of all these schedules should be taken from the plenary. So in plenary, you should go to BIM execution plan web and look for folder naming, file naming, folder, file names. So let's check inside here. So file naming, not this one. Information containers, and let's check folder naming. Not here. So in this case, maybe title block. Schedule tables. Okay, schedule tables. So here we have concrete schedule, and the names should look like this one. So I just can make screenshot like this one, copy. Or I can save it in my machine. Screenshot. Click save. Okay, saved it in downloads. And inside Revit, I can just close all windows which is opened and go back to the foundation plan maybe. And in here I can click insert and select import image or link image. I go to the documents, up, downloads, select image, put it here, select foreground, and I can see the names here, and I can do the renaming part. So furniture plan I don't need. So okay, so this one will be mark. This one will be name and technical characteristics. This one will be model. This one will be count. And this will be wall. And if needed, additional part is comments. Okay, so I change the naming. So also I need to change, I see some materials are not correctly assigned to my elements. So I should go also to a 3D model, and from schedules, I can see all the mistakes in my project. So now I select foundation, edit type, and change material to concrete, high density. So go to the concrete group, concrete, and select high density concrete. Apply, okay. Okay, concrete, cast in place concrete. So I need to change this one. I click on the line in the schedule, and the line is blue. So I go back to 3D model, and it automatically selects objects which is the same material. And I click edit type, and in here I check out for the material. So it's not type material. So I should look for material here. So material and finish here. So I click and select concrete as global parameter. Click OK. And I think these objects are grouped, so the program doesn't like, and it will ungroup all the elements. Now, global parameters, you can find them in the Manage section, and global parameters. And in here you can select global materials. So concrete, high density, wood, timber 01. And here you can create list of global parameters, which is for all your project, and later easy use these parameters to modify your project. Okay, so high density, and additional mistake here. And I click on the object, go to 3D, all elements selected, and click on structure material, select concrete, select OK. And now my object's nicely selected. Now I can just move a little bit to the side. And for the model part, I can type maybe, let's say, class of concrete 2025, and it automatically will change, update the elements. And volume should be aligned to the center. And now this one, foundation 2, I change the name of foundation, and here I have foundation 1, foundation 2. Maybe I made mistake because I have different elements here, so it means I need to check out. So here you can see foundation 1, 2, 2, 2. So I have repeating the same foundation 2 in this position. So I just need to go to different schedule, and here I should rename foundation 3, foundation 2, foundation 4, foundation 5, 1, 2, 6, and different type foundation should have different mark. Let's rename. So for the model, this one will be model, and in this case I just copy paste values from one table to another. Because I have materials inside my main material list, and my material list should be the same or the same volume. So here I have list of foundations, and now if I compare the material, so I see here I have 136 cubic meters, and in another table I have 249 cubic meters. So it means in one of the foundations I have mistake. So here I will use English representation, and here will be foundation schedule. And this one will be foundation material take off. View shadows material take off. Okay, click here, text material take off, change English. Okay, building structure. So this name should be changed building structure, and this one should be changed building structure. Now this one is also I would like to change. So here I have the name of the company which will create foundations. So if I go and see how this company looks in the internet, so I can take company name, click on the company, and here I can see this company is creating foundations. I can click on English version, and here is our service is Vilnius design and installs underground constructions under complicated geological conditions. So here you can see a lot of images of foundations. So let's say this company will create our project foundations, and for each foundation type, I select the same component. And now for the name, type foundation, and use it for all elements. And here I have a special foundation like piles. So in this case, I cannot change the name because some piles are integrated in other objects. So in this case, I need to go to 3D model. Okay, save the project. And inside 3D model, I can click edit type. And in here, I should change this part foundations, and also type comments. So type comments is locked, so I cannot change type comments. If I want to change type comments, it means I need to go to family editor and change type comments in family editor. So let's leave it as it is. And now additional elements which should be updated. So in here, I type a name of the model of my foundation. So I see the name here. So see some naming here. So I use it for my foundations. And now, so this one foundation will be maybe 29 centimeters. These are drilled foundations. So let's say I don't want to have these large drilled foundations. I want to use foundation drilled piles from my project. So I will use piles, Vilnius Tech piles for my project and click apply. Okay. And now my project is a little bit optimized and I have nice files, 106 files in my project, and this default. So this one should be like sleeve foundation. For the name of this one, let's maybe select object, edit type, and rename sleeve foundation. And in the name and technical characteristics, I should provide main dimensions of objects. So you can take example from the list which is provided in here. So sleeve, foundation, and let's say the size of it is, I don't know, 600. If I want to measure on 3D model, so I can change the work plane and I select work plane on foundation and I just put the dimension on 3D. So I see 1,800. So sleeve foundation is, let's say, S18, 18, something like that. So I just create a model element here. And here was 150.00. So the model code for this one. And now my table is nicely fixed. I can also check material table, and in material table I see nice. My numbers of volume is matching, so 155.68 cubic meters, 155.68 cubic meters. So it means my foundation schedule and my foundation material schedule is the same. I have the same results. Now I don't need this number here, so I can sort in grouping and select to do title and totals. Total. And I have a nice total here, and also fix this one, total. And also I should check appearance. So here in appearance, my main title text 3.5 and header text 2.5, 2.5. And another schedule 2.5, 2.5, and the main 3.5. If I want to show the information a little bit better, so I can click strip rows and it will highlight all the schedule in the strip rows. And I can have nice representation. And now on my foundation schedule 1, 2, so I can update the markings, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Number 5 here. So now I can close, and here I have nice schedules in English format and with all the data nicely created. So I can delete now this temporary image which I inserted in my project, and I can move schedules also nicely on the bottom part. Like this one, and I can move and use tab to snap. If both tables are connected, it looks a little bit strange, so I just move and make a gap between these tables by 5 millimeters. And now the tables represent information nicely. So my information now is doubling, so it means volume is the same here and volume is the same here. So for engineering checking, it's good, but for me now on the drawing, this information is doubling. So I just double tap on this schedule and I click here and hide column. So I don't need this column here. So now I have all the information, how many objects, elements, foundation elements I have in my project, the manufacturer, short name, description, quantity, and here I have elevations. So elevation, bottom, and everything. Here I have elevations, and here my foundation plan is updated. Also, I would like to see all the columns and walls with dashed lines in my foundation plan. So I click on this plan, double tap on it, go to View, Visibility Graphics, and I can go to the wall part and use cut lines and change cut lines to the dashed line. So in this case, I will use ISO 02 W100D. So for the dashed line, and the same I use for structure columns. D. Also, I can change color if I want. Let's say my columns will be pink and my wall elements will be maybe blue. Let's try to put some coloring inside my drawing. And now I can see pink represents the column, and walls should be also one line. But last time I showed I created parts, so in this case I need to go visibility graphics and also update the parts and change here. And D for the parts and also blue line. And now I have nice blue lines for my foundation. So here is my foundation plan. I should update the title blocks and legends and the notes if I have such one. And I have a lot of empty space, so I can put 3D model or additional information about my foundations, or I can move a little bit foundation plan down so it represents nicely information. On the right side, I don't have dimensions, so I should make shorter these lines. So from the object or from dimension line to the bubble, it should be about 5-7 millimeters distance. And I do the same here. And if bubbles are overlapping, I can use this lightning object and just move bubble and move this line here and create this nice representation. Okay, so foundation plan is done, and next plan will be first floor or ground floor plan. So we will try to fix and prepare the plan for architecture, ground floor plan, and later structure ground floor plan. So let's make a break and let's continue after break.